Good afternoon. The day is 2 hours from being finished, but one thing that we are seeing is a really good trend so far with Prog. When we look at this stock, we are seeing what I spoke about yesterday, but what I actually spoke about was in a very optimistic view. I said on the high end, we could see this one consolidate above 5. I thought on a more realistic level, we could see it consolidate around 450, and in a worst case scenario, we're looking at 4. But come to where we are right now, we're consolidating above 5. That's really nice to see. I think it is putting us in a great position for many reasons. Now, I'm not going to talk about those options too much tonight, but I do want to give you guys the same technical analysis, so if it sounds good, of course, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and all that sort of good stuff. You will be helping out the channel, but do remember, this is not, and I must repeat, not financial advice, so do consult a financial advisor if you're looking for that sort of information. Now, do also remember that we are currently doing a fundraiser for Save the Children. If you can donate anything at all, please do, it would be appreciated. But now we're going to dive in, and we're going to have a look at Prog, and we're obviously going to start off on the simple chart. So open up pretty strong, you'll see. Open up on our price up here, which was at 620. So I'm guessing we had a very strong post hours / pre hours, and you'll see that actually come into the trend, going into Wednesday. But come out to one day again, and you'll see overall we're moving down for the morning session. Now the lows over here were at 480, so you would have expected a bit of a drop from those initial highs as people are taking profits, especially those who bought in a lot earlier. But what surprises me is the fact that we've come back up and now we're at 5, we're consolidating above 5 and we remain there up until this point as of present. Now of course, like I said, about 2 hours to go until the market closes, about 1.5 hours if we look on the clock, but of course that is still enough time for this one to A, consolidate and remain where it is, or B, potentially drop. So anything could happen, but things are looking good so far. Now come out to the past 5 day, you'll see this trend is waking up with Prog. Monday saw us on a price of 299, and even come back to the lows on last Friday, we're sat on 295, but yeah, 299 on Monday. Coming up, we see this big spike up to 317. Into Tuesday, we've seen a big spike up take us to highs about 482, and come up onto Wednesday where we are today, and you're seeing highs up here at 590, above $6 even at the absolute high. So things looking really nice. And over the past month, you will see this really is a big spike for Prog. It's probably one of the biggest that we have seen in a while. Yes, we are having big spikes over time. It is something that we're seeing constantly with Prog, but of course this one is obviously significantly bigger just by looking at it. So what I want to do is talk about what this means for our technical indicators and talk about what it means for us going forwards very briefly. Now I'm going to be giving you guys more updates on what this means for the stock in future videos, but like I said, I've spoken about that both on Monday and also yesterday, so I'm not going to do that too much here. But what we're looking at for the one day, well, we are actually quite close to the moving average, and this isn't unexpected because we are seeing quite a nice amount of consolidation now. It's given the moving average that time to catch up. This is normal, it is what you would expect, and I am very happy to see it. We are still in an ideal position for the moving average on the one day. Now, our other indicators such as the MACD and also the RSI are still in a good position. You'll see 41 on the RSI. That's only about 9 points away from neutral because neutral is 50. That is still in a normal level. Bear in mind 80 over here, 20 over here. We're looking at a line here and a line here. As long as it is in between those lines, it is technically into normal territory. But we want to see it as close to 50 as we can. So 40 isn't too bad. And the trend for the MACD, it's not fluctuating heavily because we're seeing that consolidation. So I think that is also fine. Even if it is looking a tiny bit bullish or bearish, it doesn't really matter because of how neat it is. Now come out to the 5 day and we have some more rounded figures because they are looking at a longer period of time. Our figure for the moving average is only about 1 or 2 cents away from where we are, so I do think that is still in a fair territory in my opinion. And when we come down to have a look at our MACD trend, this is also quite flat. And once more, this is because we have seen that nice period of consolidation. And when you come down here to our RSI as well, that is actually almost in perfect territory because it is sat on 47. And as I said, 50 is neutral, so it is really where we want to be. Out to the 1 month now, and you'll see that our figures over here are also looking fairly okay. As you would expect, a few of these have jumped up recently. Some of these are good, some of these are bad. We're going to start off with the bad, and that has to be our RSI. Now, of course, you would expect quite a high RSI figure after the jump that we've had over the past 3 days, but to be completely honest, when we come to our areas of being overbought and oversold, we're looking at 80 for overbought. And of course, we're only a couple of points away from that right now. So technically speaking, on the indicators alone, it is a little bit high and we want to see it cool off. But of course, when we actually look at the situation going on with the stock, I don't think it is abnormal. And I think it is what you would expect. Of course, it is going to be elevated a little bit. Now, trend for the MACD over here is looking bullish. You'll see these lines are going up more, which is a good sign. And our trend for the volume, actually, that's a good trend to look at. And that is actually stepping up over the past 3 days, but most specifically over the past 2. Now, volume for today is a lot lower than what it was yesterday, but it is a lot higher than what it was in the past week, as you see in very low volume figures down here, as these candles do indicate volume. And at some points here, you can barely even see the volumes candles. So it does show how low our volume was, and now it's coming back to more normal levels, and we do want to see this continue. We want to see volume remain high, as it shows that the stock is still relevant, people are still buying it, people are still trading it, and that is of course what drives price. So coming back to what we're going to be seeing for the future for Prog, I think things are looking really good. Consolidate above 5, keep that going into the next 2 days, and we're looking at some really good figures when it comes to options. Now, options being in the money could potentially trigger a gamma squeeze. I don't like to use that phrase too much, but it would be a huge thing if it does happen, and it could of course send the price higher in the next couple of days, going forwards into next week as well. So we want to see some consolidation above 5. Really, we want to see consolidation above this point anyway, because it would show that we are finding support at our new price level. And it would just be a nice break to have, because previously we had difficulty breaking past 4. You'll know both here at this point and also here. But now we're actually flying past 4, and we have seen this trend before with Prog. We go up by $1, we drop about 50 cents from that point, and then we consolidate. Then we go up to another dollar point. So you'll see back here it was 2, then it was up to 3, then it was up to 4. Now, of course, 4 didn't stick. We didn't break past 4 again, but now we're pushing past 4 and straight to 5. So I'm hoping that we can see that consolidation above 5. If not, we're looking at lows of 450 in my opinion, perhaps a little bit lower. That is where I would see as a reasonable point to be. I think that's okay, but again, if we can see more growth, or at least if we can consolidate, I think that's a good place to be. I want to hear what you guys have to say, so do drop me a comment down below, but I hope you enjoyed the short video. Thank you for watching, guys. See you all again soon. So thank you for watching through till the end, but let me tell you about our Discord. So on your screen you will be seeing the N2S Finance Discord. Obviously it is split into multiple sections. Basically at the top we have updates from me and all that kind of good stuff. If you scroll down a bit further we have the main sections where we focus on cryptos, SPACs and other hot stocks including penny stocks, even stable growth stocks as well, and we even have a special AMC GME chat. If you scroll down you can see some research and DD from the community. We also have funny memes and you can see actual contributions from members down here. And again, if you do join us, it is completely free, link is down below. But if you do want to become a Patreon, you will actually get a pink sticker which will be displayed on your name. So your name will come up in pink as mine comes up in red down here, and that will show that you are a Patreon. But other than that, guys, you can join completely for free down below. You do not have to pay anything if you do not want to. Thank you for watching, see you soon.